Do you want real-time OpenSea NFT analytics directly in Telegram? Watch this. And there you have it. Look here. Top 3 collections. Board 8. Second, CryptoPunks. Number 3, Azuki. Hello everyone. I'm Don, the gym dealer from Treasurium AI Labs. Today we're going to show you how to spin up the OpenSea AI agent. This is going to give you the opportunity to use Telegram to get real world data in seconds. So first today, let's start going through what is OpenSea. So we look over here. We have OpenSea. So OpenSea is just the biggest marketplace in the world for NFTs. So here you can see different collections. We can see which collections are trending right now. Okay, these are different collections. You see the blue check means it's verified. These are all the information you can go through. If you want to search around, you can look at the stats. You can look at NFT activities. You can search by collections. Okay, here we go. Load this up. Different stats, what's going on, everything you can find out. So what we decided to do was to create the OpenSea AI agent so that people that are using Telegram and familiar with Telegram, they can actually access all of this data in a very convenient way via Telegram. So let me show you how to get started with setting this up. Okay. So now there are 2 ways that you can go about getting this set up. One way is you can come here to our Treasurium AI Labs. You can scroll down here and you're going to see the OpenSea AI agent. So one way you can do is you can click here and it'll take you directly to the workflow in n8n, or you can download it. Okay. Now the second one, I'll click this that you see. It'll take you directly here to n8n, where you have the main interface and you can download it and start using it. The second way that you're able to do is you can come directly to n8n's homepage. Then you come down here to product and templates. Once you get to templates, then you can just search OpenSea. Okay. So you'll notice here when you search OpenSea, you actually get 4 results. You see the one that's the main interface, that's the one you want to click on to get started. Now, what's interesting about this is, in order for us to accomplish the OpenSea AI agent, this system is actually what we call a multi-agent architect AI system. So the main interface is how you're going to interact with it with Telegram. But in order for this to work, you see here it says required subflows. There are 3 other templates that you must download. See, one of the template focuses on the analytics, OpenSea analytics. The second one focuses on the NFTs and the information NFTs. And then the third one actually focuses on the marketplace. So to get started, this is what we're going to do. You're going to first hit use for free. Now, if you're already using a template and you have it open in another screen, what you can do is you can just click here, it'll copy it, and then you can go into the canvas and paste it. Or if you're just getting started, you want to click here, it'll just open a new window. Let's go through here. It'll open a new window, and you're going to see the main interface directly here in n8n. Okay. Now what you want to do is you're going to want to save this. But let me show you, because we're working with 4 different workflows that we want to combine into one. So what I recommend doing is coming over here to the normal drive, and let's create a folder. call this OpenSea real time, because I have another one to here from when I originally made it. So real-time AI agent. Okay, you're gonna do this, and this is gonna create a folder. Okay, now as we saw earlier, we already had one. Here it is. So what then you're going to do is you want to click on here, and then you're going to hit move to folder, and then you search for that folder that we just created. Okay, here, this is what we're going to do. So then what you're going to do is you come over to here, and then you're going to come back to personal, and then the first thing you need to do is, because when you save it, it's going to save it into your personal. Here I have it on the work drive. So you're going to want to go here first to change owner, click project, and click it to work drive, move workflow. Okay, so that's been moved over, okay, into the workflow. Then you want to come back here, and we're going to download the next one. We're going to download them one by one. And let's get them all over first. Once we get them all over, then we will, okay, this one here, like we say, recommended. Okay. We'll get them all over to the actual folder, so it makes it easier for us to call in and work with it, as we know. Like, don't forget, it's going to be saved in personal. It's the way we have it set up. So we're going to save this one as well. And we're going to go back here to personal. You see it says analyze. We're going to move this over, change owner. Okay. Depends on how yours is set up. It may be a little different. We'll close this. And then we're going to go back to the second one. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to hit use for free. Recommend it here. And we're going to do the same thing for each of these workflows until we have all 4 of them together. Okay, then we're going to save here. Come back here. And then we're going to change owner. Close that. Close that one out. Then we're going to get the last one. The same thing. We got to do this one by one. Okay. Okay. We're going to save this one too. Back to here, person again. I want you to change owner. Switch between different workflows. Okay, there we go. Now that we've downloaded all 4 of them, let's go and look here. Now we should see them all here. In the workflow, you have the main interface, the analytics, the NFT, and the marketplace. Now that we all have them here in one spot, we want to then go to move to folder. So the OpenSea real time, that's what we made for this. Okay, we're going to move them into that folder one by one. Just easier to keep them all together, because what you're going to notice is we're going to have the main interface, and then we're going to have the rest are going to become sub-agents. So when we're moving them together, it's going to make it easier for us to go back and forth on the workflows. Okay. So now we have them. If we see here, total 4 workflows, they're all in here. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do from here, we can close this out now that we have them all. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm working with the workflows, when we're working with a multi-agent, I like to open different tabs for each of them, so it makes it easier going back and forth between them. Okay, So we want to do in the first one. So I'm just going to open up. So I have this tab open already. I'm going to left click on here, right click on here. I'm going to open a new one, open another new one, and open another new one. So if you see here, now we have 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to click the main interface so I can get this started. Then I'm going to come back to here and see OpenSea real time. Then we open the next one, the marketplace. Do that one by one. Come to the next one. Do the NFT. And then the final one, we're going to do the analytics. So we have them all open here. You see these are labeled as tools because the reason they're sub workflows in this multi-agent. So if we look here, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to get rid of this chat because we already have. It was used when I was making before, but you don't need it anymore. So we just delete those and wipe those out. Now, if you're new to n8n and it's your first time using the workflows, if you notice here, they're red because they need to actually be set up. So that means these are all places that we need to connect to an API. Okay. So the first thing we want to do, let's start off piece by piece to connect these and ensure that they're working perfectly. So first thing, you come to Telegram and you hit open. Here you can already see that it chose one of them that was there already, but I have one specifically for this, the OpenSea AI agent. But what you're going to do is, since this is your first time, you're going to go to create new credential, and then you want to name it here, and then you need to get this access token. Now to get this access token, what I've done is I've actually created a tutorial that you can also find on YouTube. If you come to YouTube, you type in Botfather n8n, then you're going to see here, Telegram tutorial. It tells you how
Welcome to Treasure AI Labs.
It tells you exactly how to get that key, and I'll also put a link to that in the description. Okay, you'll be able to get that key. Once you replace it, then you're going to be good to go. And then you see now it disappeared. Just right click again to make sure open. It's OpenAI agent. Okay, and you want to do this to also the second Telegram, because where the message come in, the message goes out. So you also want to make sure that's pointed to the right one that you saved. Then you want to save after each. Now, just as we did there with the API key, it's going to be the same thing here with OpenAI. See, it's asking for credentials. So we need to go here to open. And then now it's here, but the same thing, because it's already here because I had it here. But you're going to want to go to create new one. And then you're going to want to get an API key. And of course, you might want to change the name or put the name here. So where you want to go to get the API key, right here, you can come here and you can see, I'll put the link in the description for you to get this API key as well. Come to create secret key, set it up, copy, paste it in, and you're good to go. I'm going to save that. So now that we have all of these operational, we have no more. Okay, if you go here to Telegram, bring up Telegram. Actually, what I'll do is I'll clear this, so it's like the first time you see it. Clear history. Okay, so now what you want to do is, for people that also don't remember, there's what you call testing. You click here to test the workflow, and then you hit here if you want to activate it, and then you can just use it without having to hit this each time. But when you're setting it up, you want to use the test workflow feature. So I'm going to hit test workflow, but it's not going to work because remember we didn't set up the other 3. But I just want you to see what it looks like so you know what you're dealing with if you get an error, and then I'll go with you step by step on how to fix that. So see, first hit test workflow. Of course, you see start here. I'm going to click start. Now see, it tells you it can help you, but if I ask it more questions, you're going to see it'll give an error because it doesn't have access to the 3 sub workflows yet, as we haven't connected it. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So I'll give you another example. If we hit test workflow, then we come back over here, and then you can see if I say, what's the top collection on OpenSea? We'll see the response. Hit this in again. Now, as you see, it starts cycling through, and there's an error because it's trying to access it, but it cannot access it because we haven't connected the sub workflows yet. So that's what we're gonna do step by step, and let me show you how to get this started. Okay, let's go back. Now that it's doing that, you see there's an error in it. So what we need to do is we need to connect the other 3 sub workflows. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is you're gonna look at the name of here. We're gonna look at the name. We're gonna see here, OpenSea Analytics Agent Tool. And then what you want to do is right click on here. Then you see here, workflow. This is where you're going to connect it to that workflow. So you need to come to here. You're going to search through. And remember we looked at the get real-time analytics. This is the analytics one. This is what we're going to do. The easier way to do it is just let's come here. Copy this. Well, this is the marketplace one. So if we're going to do the marketplace one, we need to click here for marketplace. Open. Here we're going to paste that in. And there we go. Get that one connected. Now that's pointing to the right one. That's saved. Let's go to the next one. Marketplace. Get this one. Copy this NFT one. See it says the NFT here. Click on here. Open. Then we can search here. Here. There we go. We're gonna save that the NFT. And then the last one is the analytics. Analytics, and same thing. Click here and paste that in. It's the easiest way to search it. Stop with all the confusion. Also, see here. This is very important. Good, we saw this. See here, these 2 are not generated, right? So what we want to do to get that up and running, you're gonna come over to this other one here. And you're going to copy this over. Paste this in here. It's a session ID. Copy this. You have to make sure, because these are how it communicates back and forth for the workflow inputs, okay? Where it's getting the message from. So we have to ensure that these are the same. Click expression on here. And now we're good to go. We want to make sure that all the fields there are saved, okay? This is going to allow the workflows to communicate with each other, okay? Now we want to save that. But now here we will still get an error, but the error won't come from the workflows like this time. The error is going to come from each individual, because just like we just saw that this one, we had to fill in the red ones before we can start. We need to do the same thing for here. Now we already have the OpenAI key, so this one's going to be easy. So you just have to open. And for you now, you can also just come here and select the account there. That's done. I'm going to save it. Now, this is OpenSea. So now, if you want to get the OpenSea, you're going to need the OpenSea API. Okay? So when you come here, see here, you're going to, I have it saved here already, but you're going to see, you're going to create new credential, and that's, you're going to change it to OpenSea. You're going to put the API key here in the name. Let me pull that up because each API is different. If you're not used to working with APIs, I'm going to switch this to OpenSea. And then we'll hit edit so you can see it. When you put in the name, you're going to need to put the X-API-key. And then the API key that you generated, I'm going to show you in a second how to generate it, is what you're going to fill in here as the value. So now that is set, OpenSea, authenticate. Now we actually have to do this for each one. We need to open them up one by one and make sure that we have the right key. Okay. As this is a lot, we have to do them step by step. Set this up. Okay, this takes a little bit of time. I'm gonna fast forward through this part of the video for you. Alright. We can save time. We also don't want to have unnecessary time. You're gonna want to do that with each one. Okay, now that we have them all there, now let me show you where you get the OpenSea key. So to go to OpenSea, remember I had you on the page here before? To get the actual key, you're going to see it like here. It's going to be under this name, developer. The only difference is I want to show you this how it looks. You hit create key. I have it pre-made here. But what you're going to see is this is how it looks once you verify. Then you're able to create a key. When you first paste this in, I'll put this down in the description, it's not going to let you see this. It's actually, that's why I had this up, show you what it looks like after, it's going to come up here. When you go to one that's not verified, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to tell you that you have to verify your email to get access. And to do that, it's very simple. Once you go in, you just go to your profile, and then you come to email here, you put in your email address, you hit save, and then it'll send you a message, and then you can verify. Once you verify your email, then you're gonna get access to it, okay? So that's pretty simple there. Let's go back. Okay, I'm gonna paste that key in, and then you're gonna do the same thing for the other three. If you notice here, first, we go to OpenAI. We're going to access that. We're going to select the OpenAI account. Okay. And then you're going to do the same thing here. One by one, you want to add in the OpenSea. This is a little time consuming. We have to do this with each and every key. See here, these are all different HTTP requests. So I set them all up already so you can pull the data directly from the API. It can be brought into the AI agent and then processed locally here. Once it's processed, it's going to be prepared. Information is going to be sent up to the main agent. The main agent will then take that data that's been pre-processed by the sub agent, and then it's going to create the report or give you the insights that you're actually looking for. This one by one. Okay, then we want to save that. And now we're on to the last and final one. See the same thing here. Go first to our OpenAI one. Select this. Back on. And again, we want to finish this. Almost done. Bear with me. And we should have an AI to do this one. Make it much easier. Final. And that is the last one. We just want to come and double check. Through the three, they are all set up and ready to go. Now, let's test this out. Let's make sure. I think I got everything. So those are the main things that you want to do. Remember, you want to focus on first connecting these sub-agents through right-clicking. Okay. Choosing the workflow that matches the sub-workflow that you saved. Make sure that these are in. Actually, this needs to switch to expression. Make sure that's expression. To grab it properly. That would have threw us another error. As you can see in all of these too. Expression. Okay. So let's save that. Now let's get this started and let's try this again. Now we're looking at test workflow. And let's do a check. Okay, now let's see. We should be operational. Let's see what are the top 3 collections on OpenSea now. Okay, search. Now you're going to see it's accessing. Okay, good. There we got a check. Pull the information from the analytics. And it's going to get back to us. There we go. So right now it's saying that the total, these are the top 2 and art blocks. There's no current sales volume on it. It's unable to retrieve the sales volume. Seems the issue retrieving the data for this collection. But these 3 are now, so it seems like now, before we saw the other one, but now it seems like this one has gone above the previous one. So now let's try another question. How many NFTs are in the Bored Ape Yacht Club? Here we go. You see there it goes again. It's going and fetching the data. This time we see it's going to the NFT agent tool. So it's using a different tool to gather that information. There we go. So if you need more information, NFT ID. So here we go. The Bored Ape collection has a total of 10,000 unique NFT. And here are some examples if you want to take a look. Okay, there you have it. So let's pull up, let's see what other information that we can pull up. What are the most expensive NFTs trading on OpenSea? Again, let's start this up. Wait for here to process. See on the marketplace. This one's hitting the marketplace this time. Let's check it out. And there you go. These are the 10 most expensive NFTs that are trading on OpenSea. It's a duplicate listing. Okay? So if you will have any other questions or any other concerns, make sure you feel free to look me up on LinkedIn. You can reach out to me directly. And if you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer. I thank you for working with us today. I'd love for you to like, subscribe, and comment. And you can definitely make additions to the workflow, make changes to the workflow. And I look forward to see modifications to the workflow that you guys make and come up with your own ideas. Thank you guys. Don't forget again to like and subscribe, and have a blessed day. Thank you.